Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the farm. We have had some bad storms roll through. We are out of power. We've got the generator running everything. We need to go around and check for damage, but we've got our first batch of chicks coming in this morning. They're probably cold. Let's run up to the post office and grab them. Here we go. All right, guys, we've had our brooder set up. We've got our temperature check in there, and they are doing just fine for temperature. All we need right now is water. A lot of people put food and water to start out. We just do water, and it works just fine as long as they have fresh water. I'm gonna take these birds and set them in here so they're gonna be in the warmth. And all we're gonna do is dip some beaks. Some people don't dip beaks. We like to dip beaks, and they do just fine that way. You can see it says 105. That's right underneath the heat lamp, and then 73 out in the middle. So the chicks can come to the heat when they need to. They can get away from the heat when they need to. So let's get these unboxed and out into the open. Okay, guys, we've got them all unboxed. 102 chickens. You do not have to dip all their beaks. You can just dip a few and the other ones figure out what it is. But we like to do that just so we can get a count on the chicks as well. We've got 102 chickens all piling up here and all looking very healthy. These are from Valley Farms. If you use KC Farms 12, you'll get $12 off your order of Cornish Cross with Valley Farms. They've been a great company to work with. We have had no complaints with them. Ryan and the crew always help us out when we have any issues, and they have produced some great chicks for us. So glad they're all in. We've got some crazy storms, lots of trees down and roofs missing as I headed into town to pick the chicks up. We need to go around and feed the animals. We wanted to go get the chicks picked up before we decided to feed animals this morning. So let's go around and make sure all the animals are good and get everyone else fed. First stop is the chickens. They are doing fine. We did have a tree on the fence here. Got that off. Everything else is good. Their houses did not flip, so chickens are good. Let's head on to the pigs. All right, first pen with Gordo. They don't figure the pig loos are going to go anywhere with hundreds of pounds of pigs in there. But the problem here, and I need to turn this fence off because I do not want to get shocked, all the leaves building up on the fence. That's probably going to be most of our issues. This fence with the wet and rain, this fence is really sagging. So we just have to pull it out, set it in the ground a little bit better. We'll go around later, get the leaves off of the fences, but for now, we're just gonna make sure the sticks are off. First group is okay. Well, here's our first damage. This is one of my old chicken tractors, which I am kind of shocked this one blew away because the tarp was already broke on it, ripped, so I figured the wind would just blow through it. The wood was rotten from just being out here for 5 years. So there's our first damage. Let's keep going and see what else we've lost. Well, here's the second thing. It's on my mother-in-law's side. We had a canopy going over this trailer. I'm not really surprised, but it is wrapped around this tree. So hopefully we can salvage the tarp. We can use the tarp for one of our chicken tractors, but I'm pretty sure the metal is shot. So anyway, there's two things down here in the meat pen. fences all look good. We've got leaf buildup, but that's gonna happen. We've got a bunch of branches down inside here, but none on the fence. So we are good in the meat herd. So good news. You always want to make sure your animals are good. You worry about them at night. Not much you can do when it's all dark, rainy, and really bad and windy. So it's always good to see them when we come out in the morning. We've got 3 going to the processor tomorrow. So that's going to be my job today, getting the trailer ready and getting the pigs ready to go. I know a lot of people will be excited about that for our upcoming market season, which starts in a couple weeks, and we are excited for that. So 3 pigs will be going right now. Everybody is good. The best part is I like to look in there, all the hay is dry, so they're at least nice and warm and out of the weather. All right, this is the pen that probably worries me the most, just because we are out here in the woods. We've got a little branch on this side. Pigs are all in, so that is a good sign, but let's take a quick look around just to make sure. I need to get these trees down. You can see they're leaning a bit, but as I look, I think we are good. Nothing on the fences in there. That is good news. So pen number 3, all good. Well, we're here at Tuck's pen, and I was having an issue finding the bowls. There's one. The other 3, let's run out here. I'd rather the bowls go for a ride than the pigs. So let's get these pans and get them filled with feed for the pigs. All right, next damage that I see, I didn't technically notice it until I looked over here. Saw some insulation up against the fence in Ryder's pen, but the top of my well house has blown off. That's a mess. We're gonna have to replace all this. Fortunately, it didn't blow too far, it just flipped off the back. Our heat lamps are broke. We had heat lamps in there so our stuff didn't freeze. I guess they are on the underside of this. Hey, yep, there's a broken heat lamp. So that's a bummer, but it could be worse. So we'll have to get that fixed today. Well guys, we went to the other pens. Henry's pen was doing just fine. Didn't look like there was any damage. The young piglets doing good. Bowls were blown everywhere, but they were fine. Their housing was good. Smitten and the little piglets inside the barn. Fortunately, nothing happened to the barn. Everyone was doing good in there. So we're back here with Phil and Peggy, and everything looks good. They got some insulation from that. I got to get all that picked up. And then I came and looked at their house. I was just happy the house was here, to be honest. And you can see it has shifted quite a bit, hanging off the back of its foundation. I'll probably have to get the tractor back here and move that back to where it needs to be, but they are good. That's the most important thing. You can see it's hanging off the back in here. That was probably a little bit scary, but it is not destroyed. We just need to slide it a little bit, so I doubt I'm going to be able to do that by myself. I'll definitely need a tractor. So important news is we are good. All the animals are good. Chickens arrived alive. Kids' trampoline got messed up a little bit. Surprisingly, I listened to Jamie and I had the anchors down, so it didn't blow away, but the sides of it were blown in. So it's just crazy to me that these bowls were blown out of the pens because they're just so low to the ground. I didn't figure the bowls would blow all over the place, but they did. I'm super happy we do not have chickens outside right now, meat chickens outside in those tractors. I can't imagine what one of those would look like if it, well, actually I can, because I've seen it pick off the ground and slam back down. But fortunately, That's why we wait for our chickens and don't get them so early in the year. But let's wrap this up back at the brooder, see how those baby chicks are doing. All right, back where we started the day. Let's check these little guys out, see how they're doing. I want to make sure my temperature's looking good. Got that hung up there. I think we are good on temperature. Just happy to have them in here. This is the first time I've been excited that chickens are in the brooder and not out on the pasture, but they are looking happy and healthy, and we are excited for another season. We've done thousands of meat chickens, and after this break from winter, I think I'm ready to do 1,000 more. I guess we don't really have a choice because that's what we're doing again this year. So anyway, we'll follow these along. 8 weeks and they are ready to be processed and will be ready for markets. So we are excited about that. Glad they arrived alive and healthy. Just glad, honestly, that all the animals are healthy this morning. It was scary winds. They said it was just winds, but sometimes I feel like we've had more damage from winds than tornadoes. So anyway, we're doing good. Hope you guys are doing good. Chicken season has begun, and we'll bring you along with us. Appreciate you guys following along. Don't forget to make the change, and we'll see you on the next video.